Hello, hello. Hello, testing. Hello, everyone. Welcome to CMMU, and it is very lovely to see you on a Sunday afternoon. I know that this is a weekend, and the weather is very hot outside, but I'm glad to see you all right now. And allow me to introduce myself a little bit. My name is Derry Tukakamonso. So I am influencer marketing in charge of Happier Media Thailand, and also social media and PR in charge for Thet San Andersen, Miss Universe Myanmar 2024. And I am also a proud student of Mahidol CMMU 25B as Marketing and Management Master's degree. And it's very lovely to see you all today, and we're gonna start rolling our event. So this event is all about social media and personal branding, and we're gonna share our insights, tips, tricks, and also trends, and also support our Miss Universe Myanmar 2024's journey. And long story short, we're gonna start inviting our distinguished panelists. And before that, allow me to introduce about a little bit of agenda. So first, we're gonna introduce our panelists, and we're gonna have our little talk, and then we're gonna have a little fun session for photos and question and answers. All right. So first, I'm gonna invite Ajahn Randall Shannon, Assistant Professor of Marketing and Management Program, CMMU. Hello, Ajahn.
Hello.
Please introduce yourself to our audience and people watching live.
Okay, thank you. I'm Randall. I'm the head of the marketing program here, and I have a PhD in marketing. I'm from the US, and I've been in Thailand for 31 years. Background is in market research, and then changed to become an academic researcher.
How do you feel about today?
Fun. I think it's a very interesting topic. I think it's good publicity for everybody involved and should be a great opportunity to learn some interesting stories from somebody who's successful.
I really look forward for our conversation. Please have a seat. Next up, we have he's my digital marketing lecturer. He is an amazing person. He is energetic, so fun, and you're gonna learn a lot from him. Please welcome Ajahn Chawapol. Hello, Ajahn. สวัสดีครับ
สวัสดีครับ Hello Terry.
All right, so please introduce yourself to the audience watching live and in this audience panel. And how do you feel today?
I'm very excited today to be here, and it's an interesting topic about social media presence and also about Miss Universe Myanmar that I'm very exciting to meet today. And who knows, she may be the 2024 Miss Universe, the first cloud of Myanmar.
Thank you so much. Please have a seat, and I'm so glad to have you on the panel.
Thank you.
All right, so the main character, our queen, our Miss Universe Myanmar. So we're gonna not just introduce her, bring her up just with Miss Universe Myanmar. We're gonna have more energy, right? So we're gonna have a little energetic mood in our room, all right? So please welcome Miss Universe Myanmar, Thet San Andersen. So actually, me and Tess, we meet each other every day, honestly. But then it's so weird to see you on the same panel as like me. But how do you feel? And please introduce yourself to our audience and our people watching from live and your fans.
Hello, everyone. My name is Thet San Andersen. I'm Miss Universe Myanmar 2024. And I'm so excited to be here on this panel talking about social media presence and personal branding. So I'm so glad to be here. Thanks.
So glad to be with you here. Please have a seat. All right, all set. All right, so talking about personal branding and social media presence. So today's seminar is all about the social media, the personal brand, and also about how you present yourself on social media in order to have the presence for the personal branding and for the longer run for your career, for your image. So working in influencer marketing scene here in Thailand, also in Myanmar, I believe that I have been very in touch with a lot of influencers' contents, a lot of influencer marketing tactics. But there's always something that I always love is that influencers always bring up their life, their stories, and they align with it for their contents, and that's how they build up their social media brand. So I'm gonna have this one same question to every three of you, and whoever wants to answer, hands up first. I don't mind, I'm very chilled. All right, so the question that I have first is, what is personal branding for you, and how can it help to build up your career or the personal image on the social media?
I should do that. So I believe personal branding it's about how you want others to perceive you online. So if you have your Instagram, that is the first thing that people will check if you want to have. If you're looking for collaborations or job opportunities, the first thing they're going to see is your personal branding, your Instagram, your Facebook. So everything you put out there is so crucial and important. It all depends on what you're trying to convey to which crowd, of course. So it's very important.
That is very good. Ajahn Gan?
So personal branding and the career, correct?
Yes.
For me, personal branding is about monetizing your value, your lifestyle, your preference, your skill, and you try to create a unique selling point of yourself and share that message and value across to the audience. That would be personal branding and career for me.
Ajahn Randall, any insights?
I think anybody who studies marketing knows that the basics start with awareness and interest, and branding requires consistency. So you're putting your image out there and trying to raise awareness among people, and if they have common interests, then they're going to follow you. And you have to develop your consistent content, again, depending on what your objective is, if it's about testing products or if it's about beauty tips or whatnot. But end of the day, basically, popularity drives popularity. So if you can succeed in gaining a lot of interest, then probably you're going to see exponential growth, more and more followers, more and more views.
Thank you so much for everyone. That is very correct. And social media presence is all about how you put up a content, and it's always related to how you want to show to a public, how you want to showcase yourself to who you are working with or who you are trying to say. So I always believe the fact that personal branding and social media presence is very, very related. So do you guys agree the fact that it is related? How does it work for you? Tess?
Sorry.
Like how does social media presence and personal branding relate to you?
Well, if you don't have a social media presence and you have a personal branding, then you won't be able to showcase your personal branding. You need to connect the social media presence with your personal branding in able to do what you're trying to achieve.
Thank you.
For me, if you talk about social media presence, and let me put the case of Miss Universe as a beauty pageant on it, I would say that social media presence, firstly, may start from steal the scenes, or make the camera come to you, you get the spotlight, and then later on when you get spotlight, you become popular, then you start to convey your message, convey your education thing, convey your scholarship things, convey the value you want to do. So I think it's the chicken and egg. And I think we need to have both. If you have all the spotlight, but you have no value, you don't want to do good for anything, or you don't have any cause to work for, you wouldn't go far. The same way, if you have all the good work or the good heart, but you don't know to steal the scenes or make it become a big impact awareness, that is such a loss as well. So I think you have to have both in order to get a good social media presence and can convey the message and the cause that you're working for.
Right. I think it's very, very important to think about what your intention is and also plan out and know what your goal is, so that, for example, if you want to become a Miss Universe, it's good that you already plan your personal branding long time ahead, because once you become Miss Universe or you become a public person, all your internet footprint will still be behind you. So it's so important that you show that, okay, this is me 1 year ago, this was me 2 years ago, so that people can see that she didn't become or he didn't become this specific person right now when they're becoming more well-known. So it's so
Exactly.
important to know that everything that you do, you can search it up on internet.
Totally agree.
And it's also important to think about the channels, because in marketing we talk about omni-channel. Is it working okay? It's dead. Didn't pay. We talk about omni-channel, and basically that means which channels, like on TV, how many channels are you on? And when we met today, I asked Miss Universe, which platforms do you use? And she said all of them. That's like,
Yeah,
wow.
that is correct.
But you want to reach more people, then you need to put forth that effort to do so.
It all depends. For example, TikTok is a great platform to use if you want to get a big reach, and you're trying to get a lot of views and you're trying to reach a lot of people. TikTok is great. But to get more personal contact with people, for example, in Myanmar, we use Facebook a lot. So to be present on Facebook is crucial. Otherwise, it's really hard to get contact with the Burmese people. Instagram, it's a great platform to use it as your portfolio, because that's usually, it's an international platform that almost everyone uses, and it's your online portfolio. Twitter, if you want to write things, convey your voice more, because people are more writing things. And YouTube, for people who have time and who's maybe sitting in their couch, they can give you more time to watch your videos. So it all depends on what you're trying to do.
Right. And I also love the fact that you, Tess, when you said about leaving the footprint on the social media. So social media presence is building not just one time and not just for the sake of a competition or for the sake of a one-time thing. So you need to have this consistency. You need to have this personal branding presence on it. So I want to ask this question to Tess especially. How can personal branding improve the way that you connect with your fans and your audience?
How personal branding can
connect.
Can connect. Well, it is a style. You show what your style is, you show what you like, what you don't like, and usually that's how people connect to you. They can relate to you. You become relatable to them. For example, if we say, I have interest in horse riding and I like cats, then people who like cats and horse riding might relate to me, and that may be a way to connect. And that's why a lot of songwriters, they connect with their lyrics, for example. Right?
Lovely, yes. So, and also I think that's the way that how brand deals can get, because sometimes the lifestyle brands, for example, the beauty brands, so when they feel that you connect, you kind of convey their brand presence and they connect with you, they make a deal with you, you have the brand deals, right? So actually I want to ask this question to Ajahn Gan, who has been working in Thailand in social media scene for quite a long time. So why is social media presence getting more important in digital marketing these days?
Yeah. Not anymore. Can I have question again?
Right. Why is social media presence getting more important in digital marketing these days?
Yeah, maybe 20 years back it was all about. Is that again? Oh gosh.
Errors.
Maybe 20 years back it's all about TV, that we don't have many channels to do. But now everyone have a choice. Everyone have our preferred platform. People may see from my face and my age that maybe I like Facebook, but actually I just post and I go. I may be on TikTok all the times, which block all my friends and all people I know, so I can do an escape from everyone, including all my students. So the thing here is that, so now when you as a brand, if you want to reach your target audience, you have to see where they are. Are they a TikToker? Are they Twitter? Are they Instagram? And sometimes we use more than one platform. And different platform, like Tess just mentioned, that you use different platform for different way of expression something. Like X or Twitter, maybe about the cause, about something serious. Instagram, maybe more lifestyle, something more like beauty. So that is all that very important on how to reach people right there. So that's why digital marketing and social media presence is very important.
Thank you so much. That is very true. And about the digital marketing, it's always changing. It's always evolving, right? So, and talking about digital marketing, the marketing starts from the omnichannel marketing and stuff. And there are so many different platforms that we can utilize. So I actually want to wonder, because I grew up with digital marketing, I grew up with Facebook, I grew up with Instagram, and all I know is about, just TikTok marketing, do content, hee. But then I really want to know about how was it different from era to era. So I think the Agent Randall can answer this question.
You're not that old.
No. I have dermatologist friends. Marketing hasn't really changed in terms of marketing. Marketing is about psychology and understanding people's wants and needs, and we're looking for common denominators, communicating something to draw them in. With the platforms, they have their own strengths and weaknesses, so maybe people tend to watch TikTok and they're really short. So TikTok is like a fisherman throwing the bait out there trying to get a hit. If the fish bites the TikTok, then maybe I can draw them to my website or to my YouTube and get them to consume more. But in the past, as Ajahn Kan said, we had TV channels. TV channels even belonged magazines. Yeah. We had a lot of choices as well. But the difference, maybe a long time ago, was there's not that many channels, not that many. So you're really kind of like movie theaters and Channel 3, Channel 5, Channel 7. And then it becomes cable TV, and then it becomes, the internet. But the power is you can reach so many people so quickly. And I'd say the fascination for me is that you can actually measure it. Whereas traditional marketing is incredibly frustrating. You're spending so much money. It was really like making a movie. You hire a director, hire the actress, film the advertisement, put it on air, and you're spending 100 or more million baht, and then what did I get? And I don't know. And of course, we don't have that kind of money. I don't get that kind of money from CMMU. So, we're very interested and eager to embrace the power of digital marketing, and it's much more exciting because you can measure it. It's tangible.
It's definitely like a constant evolving world where, like, when I was 10 years old, I had a blog. Blogs were really big then, yeah. And MySpace, and I then slowly started to shift into Facebook, and then that changed. And today we are in a fast evolving trend era where a trend can be trendy for like 2-3 days, and then you need to catch up next trend. Otherwise, you're very behind. So today everything goes so fast, and if you can be famous for 1 month and then the next month people have forgotten you, which is is a little different from before, where you were, we say Britney Spears, she was very well known for a long time, still till today. Whilst today we have TikTok famous people who are famous for 1-2 months and then people forget them. You need to be constantly updated with what's trendy to stay relevant these days. It is a lot cheaper to become more well-known and to put out your content there, since like internet is free, thank God. Internet is free, and it is a great time for us to shoot out the products we want or the things we want to do for free, compared to before when you need to spend so much to just do a commercial.
That is correct. And also, with the trends of digital marketing and stuff, brands are always keeping up with the trends on TikTok. And talking about trends, that there are like so much happening these days. Even me, I cannot keep up with the trends. So like earlier this year, I believe that lots of Gen Z people would understand this trend word, which was slay.
Slay.
But recently, like 2-3 months ago, there was this one word which pops up: very demure, very mindful, very cutesy. So yeah, so it's always about keeping up with the trends, and brands really should pick up what is happening on TikTok, what is happening on Facebook. So do you really think that brands and the companies should always learn about what is happening among young people, or what do you think about it?
Yes, I think that, I mean, young people are the future, so you need to kind of keep up with what they're doing. You can see the trends, for example, slay and cutesy, demure. One, it is so fun when all the young people do it, and then once the corporates started doing it, it is fun. The first 2-3 videos you see on TikTok, you see like a corporate doing, you're like, oh, this is fun. An older person saying slay, demure, cutesy. You're like, oh, wow, they're keeping up with the trend. But once you see 10 of them, it's starting to kind of die down. So if you're a corporate and you want to keep up with the trends, you got to be fast before it gets old.
Right. I think Gan would have a lot of knowledge on keeping up with viral content.
Are you sure?
I think so. Yeah. Would you like to share some insights on how to keep up with the trends?
The challenging thing about working with viral trend is that you have to do it right away. And in the corporate setting, when everything is well planned, to do something extra for viral and make it right and nail it is not easy. But it shows that if you do it well and it will be always test and trial, but it's always happen. I still remember maybe a few days ago, Sephora launched a parrot for a girl for Mudeng, like the hippo, to look round and look pink, like a hippo that is Mudeng, that is famous right now. And then some of the fashion wares and even some government agency did it. And I think it's good because it raises awareness, and then you try to play with the flow. But exactly like just, if everyone have done it, it's get boring. But if you're the first to do it, it's real fun. I still remember.
Gotta be fast.
Yeah, I still remember in Q1 we all talk about John and Colin in Thailand, and now maybe not so much, but they get too many advertisement already, and now after a while it's become boring. But now everyone wants to do with Mudeng, and yeah, maybe we should do it with Mudeng now.
I also really wonder that does keeping up with the trends and brands and companies picking up, does it affect on the psychological aspect of the consumers, Ajahn Randall?
Pass. I think just to follow on with that, it is also a question of to what extent it matches your brand, because your brand has to maintain its consistency. You express your values, and you can think of it as a little bit like a ship in the ocean. And if you're trying to follow the trends, that's more like being on a surfboard.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
So you can't change your corporate identity to follow trends, but depending on what your brand is, if you're a Pepsi or a KFC and you want to be playful and sarcastic and play around in your chat windows, I think people tend to like it. And there's been research that you can tease your customers as long as you're not mean about it. But it gets more engagement and it's more playful, but probably Louis Vuitton or Hermes, that's not a good match. Right. We're a heritage brand and we've been around. But if they create a doll like Pop Mart, they seem to have. Louis Vuitton has dolls, right? So maybe it's possible.
Louis Vuitton have Lisa Blackpink right now.
All right, so talking about the promoting products with trends, so Tess, she's nervous. So this question is about so you're right now Miss Universe Myanmar, obviously, and how does being Miss Universe Myanmar help you as an influencer to promote a brand or product?
Well, being Miss Universe Myanmar, it gives me the platform to speak on. I definitely get more highlights on me than I got before. And before I was working as an influencer already. So right now I'm just continue what I was doing before, but now my goal has shifted from the influencer work to Miss Universe. So the things that shoot out on internet is slightly different to what I was shooting out before. Before, I was trying to reach out to clothing brands, skincare brands, and collaboration with other influencers, whilst now it is very targeted towards Miss Universe and training and food and clothing and style. So it is a little different, but the formula is the same.
Thank you for the answer. So, Ajahn Gan. So, since you're working with corporate company as a consultant as well, and you also managed to put out some viral marketing campaigns on social media, so I believe that you have worked with a lot of beauty queens, beauty pageants, and influencers across Thailand. And I really want to know about Thai market. I knew a little bit knowledge on Myanmar market, but I want to know more since I'm working here in Thailand as an influencer marketing executive. So, what are the chances for a beauty queen from another country, for example, Tess from Miss Universe Myanmar, in order to like collaborate with the international brands, especially from Thailand? And how do you think the market can be in terms of digital marketing?
You give me a very hard question. Before and foremost that I address about Thai brands and Thai company, I can see that Tess can be a good representative for many Burmese brand, many local brand. And like the necktie I wore today is Burmese, handmade.
Oh my God, there's a little...
Yeah.
Oh.
Can you read?
Tagu souvenir.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like a little picture of a sound.
Yeah?
Sound like Dita Sound Lee. Yeah. Oh, wow. Very nice necktie.
Yeah.
Very demure. Very cutesy.
You can see this can be the next campaign, Mr. or Miss Universe, next time of Mr. of Miss Universe. So I think, Myanmar itself, you have many great brands. Here is from Tagu Souvenir, right? In Thailand, we have King Powers, and it's a super hard to be the influencer for that brand. Maybe you can do it for Myanmar as well. And you have many great products that you want to do it. And I think the good thing about the product and the business is that it creates employments. If we want to advocate education or scholarship, this kind of thing come from employment, and when people get employment, they get money to spend. And also, by promoting this beautiful necktie can be a great thing for the country itself. So that's the first thing about Myanmar. First, the second thing is that actually last year, I'm the person who introduced Miss Universe Thailand team to one of the traditional Thai product called Siang Piao oil. It's the very famous among Thai and Chinese. And it's come like crazy when Antonia Posil become the first runner-up of Miss Universe. It's become super huge. And this year they continue the sponsorship with Miss Universe this year too. And the third generation owners still come to me, like maybe 2-3 weeks, thank you for that session, that you introduced me to the Miss Universe, because firstly it wasn't in that concept. And then interestingly, it helped create a why for the traditional brand to the younger generation. And I think with the charming and also how articulate you are, as I seen today, you can work for not only Thai brand, any brand in the world, even the Mexican brand that maybe you win many things over there.
Thank you so much. No, I really think it's great. Like you say, this oil that Antonia Porcelain now is promoting, it sparks ideas to other brands and companies as well, that, okay, if we work with an influencer or this kind of Miss Universe contestant, it can actually create revenue for them. And that is like an amazing, amazing example of what you can do with your personal branding and how far you can get with it.
Yeah, totally agree.
All right, thank you, Ajahn Randall, Ajahn Gun, and Ajahn, not Ajahn, Tess.
Exactly.
I'm mixed up. Thank you for your insights. And now I will let the floor ask the questions if you have any. Does anyone have any questions so far?
Don't be shy.
Don't
just
be shy.
raise your hand.
Shoot. Slay.
No, don't shoot.
Be
I
sure to
mean-
check out his book. He wrote a book about digital marketing.
Oh, you've written a book?
Me.
You've written a
That's
book.
one of the best sellers in Thailand.
I think
What?
my book about marketplace like Lazada and Shopee was top 5 in Thailand for half a year last year.
Wow.
Yeah, but the point here about thanks for sponsoring. Yeah, you can come to me if you can read Thai, but anyway, the book is in color, so you can sort of get it anyway if you cannot read Thai.
Oh, so it's like a picture book for us that cannot read Thai.
Most of the part.
Yes.
Yeah.
Any questions so far, guys?
Just like class.
All right, the floor is open.
Let me take a case of Antonia Postel last year on what she did last year about social media presence and how she used it very well. I think one of the things I like when she arrived at Mexico, of course it's no, I think it's not Mexico, it's not Nicaragua, El Salvador. When she arrived at El Salvador, I think she arrived nearly the first one. And actually there was people preparing surprisingly to welcome her. And that she get a lot of media attention from the very first day. So you should arrive early.
I am planning to arrive a couple days early.
Okay, and then also, her next stop of Antonia Postel is very interesting because she went, instead of going to the competition, she go to stop by a local store and take photo with all the snack. And now it's become a huge like local viral thing in the country that, oh God, Miss Universe Thailand come to our country and start to enjoy our snack. So maybe we may have need Mexican food in few days and take photos before going there.
Yes, I am so excited to eat Mexican food. I love
Oh,
tacos.
they have many good. Yeah, they have many good Mexican places here. And I think the last thing that I think one of the key reasons why Antonia Postel get very far is that she prepared her, I think, Spanish. There was a good Spanish for her. And of course, if this year is in Mexico, I think Spanish is very important. So we need to create awareness about using some Spanish word to get spotlight, and then we deliver the beauty of Myanmar to the world.
French is the best I can do right now.
Gracias. All right, so if there's no questions, so we will be wrapping up the event. And I would love to remind you, everyone, for the audience member in this room and also people watching live. Oh, you have a questions? Yeah, wait, I'll come. Okay, sure.
Right, so I'm just looking for some inspirations. Let's say there's a micro-influencer out there.
Sorry, can you speak a little louder? Sorry.
I'm sorry. So let's say there's a micro-influencer out there. He is trying to make himself big, but he doesn't have good looks, he doesn't have professional knowledge, he has nothing special, but he just have this creative mindset. Let's see, what advice do you have for a new micro-influencer that is trying to make into the industry? So could one of you give each inspirations or one good advice to him or her?
I think that he should just put out all the contents he can come up with in the beginning, and then look over which content that goes well. And everything should be very relatable to him, of course. Like, for example, if he likes cooking, or if he likes to talk with people, if he likes to do interviews, try out a little different things, and then see which sticks with you first. After that, you can start sourcing out the things that are not going really well, and you can start focusing on the things that are. So that's a little start. And then you can start to implement your personal branding and then your goal with it. What is it that you want? What is the end result that you want? So a little start and then set a goal.
For Thai case, you doesn't have to be in front of the camera to be an influencer. Sometimes you can review some bag, some watch, or some shoes and without your face, but later you become very huge. And then from time to time, you're gonna start be able to come out in front of the camera for a little bit, but don't let your fear and insecurity preventing you from showing your value and your knowledge. So I think you should do it because there are too many case study in Thailand that succeed without being in front of camera already.
I think it's very important that you always maintain passion and sincerity. So if like you love cooking or you love pets or whatever, and you focus on that, then people with shared interests may follow. Or if you have expertise, and you're trying to share tips about makeup or whatnot. And another side of it is, maybe you can create something which is sort of distinctly recognizable, like a silly laugh, or always wear a polka dot bow tie, or Taylor Swift has bright lipstick. This is part of what we call distinctive brand assets. And so you develop something which is really kind of your signature and recognizable. Maybe you always finish with what they call a signature shot. Smiling baby with the milk in the background, and, or a jingle, a certain, musical jingle, which is recognizable. These are all part of distinctive brand assets. And the more you have, the better you can link to your memory access, to sound technical.
Yeah, I don't think that you should be scared. It's better to shoot out everything you have and just do what you gotta do. Like, to be afraid is very human, it's very normal. Everyone is afraid of, this might be cringy, this might be not reach out, maybe my friends will laugh at it. But count to 3, 1, 2, 3, do it. And once it's out, it's already out. It's gonna be on your footprint, your internet footprint, whatever, but it's all about just doing what you want to do. So just throw it out. It may be cringy, but then if you blow up, it's not going to be cringy anymore. So it's just for a little while. Just do what you want to do.
All right, any more questions?
I think she.
I think with so many different omni-channels and so many...
Can you
Oh, yes.
It's working, just...
Hello? All right. I think with so many, when you're presenting yourself in so many different omni-channels, how do you choose let's say, which brand to collaborate or which trend to follow to make sure you stay consistent with the brand image and to target your specific audience? So like if there's so many different trends and there's so many partnerships, how do you know which one to specifically choose from so that you can still maintain your brand image as well as to persuade the interests of your audience?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear a word.
Terry,
Can you
sum up the question?
All right, so she really wanted to know if you put out a trend and brands find out, and how do you recognize that which brand suits the style of content? Is that what you mean? Yes.
I think, for example, Instagram is a great place to actually connect with the brands, to get reach, and for brands to find you. TikTok is a great place. So it depends on which kind of brands you're trying to reach as well.
But I definitely know that there might be a lot of brands that want to collaborate with you.
Could you hold the mic like this?
Right.
Yes.
Okay. So I definitely understand that there's a lot of trends and there's a lot of brands that might want to collaborate with you. how do you know which trend or brand to collaborate with so that you can maintain the brand image so that it can look cohesive and consistent?
So I think, for example, if you look at Ryanair, I don't know if you guys have seen Ryanair's TikTok. It's really fun. They use their weakness as promoting their brand. People often say that they're late and that people need to pay for their overweight luggage, and they use that as their strength, even though it's their weakness. And they use it as comedy. They laugh it off, and they even write back to comments that, oh, we might overcharge you for your luggage if you kind of keep commenting, and they're a little sassy. But it fits their brand image. But like you guys said before, that if you are Hermes and you try to maintain this high value brand, then it might not be applicable to use these trends. Maybe there might be a classy trend that they can use. So it's hard, but I think yeah, it depends on what they're trying to convey with the brand. Thank you.
So my question also has to do with trends, but it's more about like, how do you know this is the trend? Do you have any like tools or way to know that this is the trend at the moment, or anything like that?
If you see it on your TikTok feed, 4 or 5 videos in a row, then that might be a trend. Yeah.
In digital marketing, you can use Google AdWords and Uber Suggest to check the trend and which trend have more volume. That was so professional, but personally, sometimes it exactly at test suggests that you can see what is coming every day for the last few days, and you play with it.
Some of the research firms do social media listening. And so, yeah, they use maybe a little bit of data analysis and AI to look and see what are people talking about, and that's how they figure out what seems to be trending.
There's some trend that's coming up out of the world, like Mudang, for example, is out of the world. But many trends will be quite repetitive every year. Like Chinese New Year is coming, Songkran is coming, Thanksgiving is coming, 11/11 is coming, New Year gift is coming. This kind of thing is repetitive. So as a marketer, normally we plan is well ahead based on the repeated pattern that we can measure year by year. But later on, whatever happened at that time that viral that time can be added into it as well. One time when I was advising one of the big media company in Thailand, I intend to put one free slot per day for the content team. The reason here is that you don't know what's going to be viral on every week, and sometimes if you squeeze everything in already, you're not going to have time to do the viral content that should be. So I reserve that slot for everyone to do whatever work based on what is viral that day. So that's the way to organize it, but I have to say that it's not easy.
All right. Thank you so much for all of your questions from the floor. I hope you enjoy the time. And last but not least, I have to remind everyone in this room and people watching live, our Thet San Andersen, Miss Universe Myanmar 2024, is competing at 74th Miss Universe competition in Mexico on November 16th at final night. She's going to be promoting her advocacy project here in Thailand, as well as social media campaigns. And there are lots of activities that you can keep up with on her social media, Instagram, Thet.Andersen, and Facebook, Thet San, and also TikTok, Thet San. So make sure to support her, and we will be having so much fun to see you at Miss Universe competition. I hope you the best. I wish you the best. And as a person who worked closely with you, I am so proud to be with you on this panel. And thank you so much to Ajahn Randall and Ajahn Gun for your time with us. And yes, so everyone, I hope you have a great Sunday ahead. So let's just have some pictures and wrap up the event. Slay, everyone.
Thank you, everyone, for coming. It was lovely being here.
Thank you very much.
You.
Thank you, everyone. Have a nice day, but take some pictures first. we need you to
For
post.
sure.
We need you to post these and share these and like these.
For the marketing,
For
right?
the marketing.
Right. Thank you so much.